Hey, Danny Lipford here, and welcome to Talk to Today's Homeowner, our Facebook Live. Hey, got a little bit of a cold, but I couldn't miss having this opportunity to share with you about what you can do with paved stone pavers. I got a cough drop, got a little water in case I need it, so I want to make sure that I'm able to share with you all the things that you need to know about paved stone, and also our friends at Paved Stone are online right now to answer any questions that you may have. So give us questions, comments, or anything, but I'm going to tell you all about how easy it is to have one of these in your backyard. Now, it might seem a little complicated, it might even seem a little expensive, but you'll see step by step on how to get this project done by watching an episode of my television show, Today's Homeowner, where this will be featured coming up in February. But today I thought I'd give you a little bit of a sneak peek of how this all came together. First of all, this is a wonderful couple that we worked with, and they worked side by side with us, and they realized how easy it is to have this. They even mentioned if they knew it was that easy, they would have done this a long, long time ago. So we have a nice little transition from their existing little small patio down to the main paver patio. And here's how we got started on this one. First of all, you use your imagination to create any kind of size that you want. And we wanted to make sure this incorporated well under the trees so that you have the shade and just how nice it is to kind of incorporate this area between the house and the two very nice trees that they have here. The first thing we did is we went to the rental center and rented a sod cutter. And this is a very interesting machine because it cut out all of the sod that we needed here. And then it was, we were able to use it. They had a few bare spots in the yard we were able to fill in. So it was well worth the cost of renting that machine. So that got us down to where it was just bare dirt. Then we pulled a string with a little string level, a very expensive $3 item, to be able to see exactly how we wanted it. We have a little bit of a slope going this way and a little bit going that way. But you can see that it's raised up off the ground a little bit. And let me tell you how we set up that little elevation. First of all, we dug a small trench, just about the width of a shovel, all the way around the perimeter of the paver patio, and we went down about this far. Then we used this paved stone paver base, which is a crushed stone, contains just about all recycled materials in it. We put it in there, then used a hand tamp just to tamp it down, which gives you a great foundation for those pavers to go on. Now, since we had a little bit of an elevation, we started out with this that's called rumble stone. Now we put these right on top of the paver base. Then we leveled it up all the way around. In some areas we had these 2 and 3 high. Then we were able to come back with construction adhesive. Now when you look at this whole entire thing, there's no concrete, there's no mortar, it's nothing but construction adhesive. And if you watch our show a lot, you know I'm a big fan of construction adhesive. And this particular type that's from paved stone is a type that is made for masonry like this. So you're basically using caulking gun and caulking tubes to glue the perimeter blocks all the way around. And we did that and let it lock in really good, let it dry a little bit before we started the next step. Then the next step was to level off everything on the inside. And then we put more of the paver base down, quite a few bags, probably 150 bags, that we put in and we raked it out. Then we used what we call a plate compactor. This is another thing that you can rent very easily. It's a motorized tamp that goes along and vibrates to pack that paver base down really well. And then we wanted to make sure we used like a long 2x4 to kind of grade it and get that fairly level. After that, it was time for the sand. So we took sand, and here's a bag of the sand. Again, something you can get readily at Home Depot and other places. You just put the sand down, and then you're raking it. And we actually, and you'll see in the show, pretty innovative way that our friends at Pavestone showed us how to do this. You actually use electrical conduit as a gauge to get the exact right amount of sand and to get it nice and level. So we just laid 2 pieces of conduit down, took the sand, shook it all out in there, and then took our screed board, screeded it so we had a perfectly level area. Then you want to make sure you're not stepping on it at that point, and we were ready to put in the pavers. Now the advantage of a larger paver like this, if you've seen a lot of our shows, you know we've used lots and lots of different kinds. But this is 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 inch. Now the advantage, of course, it makes it go fairly quickly. I kind of like it because it gives you a feeling of more space out here. They are pretty heavy though. And you put all of those in, and then you start using another rental tool is like a chainsaw with a very aggressive masonry blade to cut all of your curves all the way around. Now after that, that takes a little bit of time when you're doing that. Put everything in place. Then the fun part for me is taking the sand and spreading it out all over the finished patio, and then you use a broom to force it in to all of the cracks. And then after about a month, and it's about time for that now, take some more sand, spread it over the top to force it in and just pack all of those cracks there, and then you're in pretty good shape. Now, people worry about whether or not plants and grass will grow up through the paver patio, but by the time you've taken out all of the vegetation, you've put in the paver base, the sand, and the pavers themselves, that's a lot of work for a weed to get through. Very rare that they will come up through, but easy to kill if they do. So that's pretty much how you can create your own paver patio to put everything in place. You can take your time, plenty of instructions at pavestone.com. Now, if you're just joining us, this is Talk to Today's Homeowner, and we're talking about how simple it is to put down a paver patio. And you can use your imagination to create just about any kind of paver patio that you want. Then you can start thinking about the amenities. And we've done all kinds of things. I mean, we've built chairs with pavers, benches with pavers, planters, columns, and of course, fire pit. This time of the year, think about being able to sit around a fire like this, and this kit is incredible. Matter of fact, we had some fun with this with the homeowners, and me and the husband and wife decided we were going to build this and just see exactly how long it would take. So we were going to try to do it in less than 30 minutes. Well, we did it in 17 minutes, this entire thing. And because there's no cutting on it at all, you can take this little preset thing, put it right on the paver patio, and draw out the pattern that you need. Then you take all of the different components here, and this just comes in a kit like this, and we went around and put them all in place. All of this is glued together, it's not going anywhere, and in 17 minutes we had this entire thing ready for a fire. Now, we also left out one of the pavers here so that you're not sitting, all of these are sitting on the pavers, but there's a hole there that goes down. That way it'll allow for good drainage. When the rain comes in, it'll drain right on out of there. So a paver patio is pretty unique in that, you know, there's almost no maintenance to it at all. You keep the leaves blown off of it. And we do recommend to maybe take a clear masonry sealer, put it in, pump up sprayer, and maybe put 2 or 3 coats on it. It won't really change it very much. It'll just make it resistant to any stains or anything, because you know, you might have a glass of red wine around here every now and then. You don't want that staining your nice patio. It'll resist that and keep any of those stains from, you know, hanging in there. So if you're looking at possibly doing this, another thing that is very, very much an advantage is you don't have to do it all at one time. You know, you can go right out behind your house and you can do a little small patio, 10 by 10. Go ahead and enjoy it that day. Get the grill out on the side of it, get your chairs out and enjoy it. Then when time and budget allow, you can do another 10 by 10 and you can fill up the whole backyard if you want. And you know, another thing that you can do with these kind of pavers that are only a couple inches thick, you can actually glue them straight down to your existing concrete, because almost all doorways have a little step down like you see here. So we could have been able to just go ahead and glue the things right down to here and extend it on out, but the homeowners here like the idea of we put a light stain on this that kind of matches that, so they have this little area and then the nice little simple transition down to this. So think about all the gatherings you have at your house. Think about the birthday parties, the holiday parties, and certainly those 4th of July barbecues. This can be in your backyard, and I'd encourage you to contact our friends at pavestone.com. It's available at just about every Home Depot in America that you can go down. Might have to do some special ordering if you find a particular type of paver that you want. No big deal there. They have plenty of availability throughout the country to get the exact type of paver patio that you want. Also at todayshomeowner.com, you can check that out because we've got dozens of videos there of real projects that we've done with real homeowners working side by side with us, commenting on how easy it is and how fast it goes. And I mean, it is a fair amount of work. You might want to get a few of your buddies to help you out on it. But when it's all said and done, the gratification that you'll get that you completed something like this on your own with a fairly reasonable budget in mind, that feels pretty darn good. Hey, thanks for spending some time with me here. Sorry about my voice. I'm powering through this because I wanted to show you all about this. We're really excited about it. And I also hope that you'll have a chance to see our episode in February where we go from start to finish on this, and you can find out more about where you can see it in your area. And of course, watch the show this weekend as well, and go to todayshomeowner.com and find out where you can see it in your area. Hey, Danny Lipford, thanks again for hanging in here with me and checking out this cool paver patio. We'll see you soon.